Google just dropped something crazy. You can now build AI agents in one click, no code, no tech skills, just type what you want. I'm talking full automations that run your business for you. This is going to change everything. Let me show you exactly how to use it. All right, so Google just released something that's legitimately insane. It's called Google Opal. And I'm not exaggerating when I say this might be the most powerful no-code AI tool I've ever seen. Here's what it does. You type in what you want, like a simple sentence, and it builds you a full AI agent that actually does the work, not a chatbot that gives you advice, an actual agent that goes out, finds information, processes data, and completes tasks for you. Let me give you a real example. I told it, build me a tool that finds low competition keywords for AI profit boardroom blog posts and creates content outlines in Google Docs. 60 seconds later, boom, done. It built the entire workflow. Now, every time I need content ideas for the AI profit boardroom, I just click one button and it handles everything. That's the power of this thing. And here's the best part. It's completely free. You don't pay anything. You just need a Google account. So let me walk you through exactly how to set this up and show you some real automations you can build today. First, what is Google Opal? Think of it like this. You know, Gemini, Google's AI chatbot. Opal is Gemini on steroids. Instead of just answering questions, Opal builds what Google calls super gems. These are basically mini AI apps that run workflows for you. They can search the web, pull data from your Gmail, update Google Sheets, write documents, and way more. And you build them just by describing what you want in plain English. So how do you actually access this thing? Super simple. Go to gemini.google.com on your computer. Make sure you're using a personal Google account, not a work account. Then look for the gem section in the sidebar. Click New Gem, and you'll see an option for Opal. That's it. You're in. Now you can start building. Let me show you the basics. When you create a new gem, you just type what you want it to do. Be specific. Don't say, help me with marketing. Say something like, analyze my competitors' websites and create a report in Google Docs with their top keywords and content gaps. The more detail you give, the better it works. Once you submit your prompt, Opal generates a visual workflow. You can see every step the AI will take, and you can edit any step if you want to change how it works. Here's where it gets really interesting. Let me show you some actual business automations you can build right now. I'm going to give you real prompts and real use cases that save massive amounts of time. And by the way, I'm keeping all these examples focused on things that would help grow a business like the AI Profit Boardroom, because that's what actually matters, real results. First example, let's say you run the AI Profit Boardroom and you need to create tons of content. SEO content, educational posts, social media updates. Normally, this takes hours of keyword research and outlining. Here's what you do. Create a gem with this prompt. Build a keyword research tool. Input a topic about AI automation. Search the web for low competition keywords. Group them by search intent. Then generate blog post outlines in Google Docs with proper headings and key points to cover. That's it. Now, every time you need content ideas for the AI Profit Boardroom, you run this gem. It does all the research, finds the keywords nobody else is ranking for, and gives you complete outlines ready to write. All right, quick timeout. If you're watching this and thinking, okay, this is cool, but how do I actually implement this stuff in my business? I've got you covered. Inside the AI Profit Boardroom, we teach you exactly how to save time and automate your business with AI tools like Google Opal. We break down every tool, give you the exact prompts to use, and show you step by step how to build these automations for your specific business. No fluff, just the stuff that actually works. Check the link in the description if you want to learn more. All right, back to the automations. Here's another one that's perfect for the AI Profit Boardroom community. Let's say you want to create lead magnets or free resources to attract new members. Normally, you'd spend hours writing guides, creating PDFs, designing layouts. Instead, build this gem. Create a lead magnet generator, input a topic like AI automation for beginners, research the top questions people ask, write a complete guide with actionable steps, format it in Google Docs with proper headings and bullet points, include real examples and case studies. Now you can pump out high-value lead magnets in minutes instead of days, and these aren't generic either. The AI researches current information and creates something actually useful. Let's talk about something that takes up way too much time for most businesses: client proposals. If you're running an agency or any service business, you know how long it takes to create custom proposals for every potential client, research their business, understand their needs, write up your services, create pricing packages, design everything nicely. Hours of work. Here's the gem that fixes this. Build a proposal generator for AI automation services. Input the client's business type and main goals. Research their industry and common pain points. Generate a custom proposal PDF that includes service descriptions, pricing tiers, expected results, and implementation timeline. Format it professionally and save to Google Drive. Here's one more that's perfect if you create any kind of content: video scripts, podcast episodes, social media posts, newsletters. Let's say you just published a YouTube video about AI automation. You want to repurpose that content across every platform. Normally, you'd have to manually write a Twitter thread, create a LinkedIn post, write an email newsletter, maybe create some Instagram captions. That's hours of work. Instead, build this gem, create a content repurposer, input a YouTube video URL about AI profit boardroom topics, analyze the content and main points, generate a Twitter thread with 10 tweets, create a LinkedIn post with professional tone, write an email newsletter with sections and call to action, format everything and save to Google Docs. Now, let me give you some pro tips to make these gems even better. First, use parallel workflows. This means instead of doing one step at a time, you can have multiple steps running at the same time. Like if you're doing research, you can have it search multiple sources simultaneously instead of one after another. This makes everything way faster. Right? Second, test your gems before you rely on them. Run them a few times with different inputs to make sure they work how you expect. Third, be specific in your prompts. Don't just say create marketing content. Say create a 500-word blog post about AI automation benefits for small businesses, written in conversational tone with 3 actionable tips and a clear call to action. The more specific you are, the better results you get. Also, you can share your gems with other people. When you create one that works really well, you can copy a link and send it to anyone. They can use your exact workflow without building it themselves. This is perfect if you have a team or if you're part of a community like the AI Profit Boardroom, where everyone's sharing what works. Let me talk about some common mistakes people make so you can avoid them. First mistake is being too vague. If you just say, help me with SEO, the AI doesn't know what to do. Say exactly what you want, like analyze the top 10 ranking pages for AI automation tools and create a content outline that beats them. Second mistake is trying to do too much in one gem. Break complex tasks into smaller gems. Instead of one massive workflow that does everything, create 3 or 4 simple ones that each do one thing really well. Third mistake is not testing. Always run your gem a few times before you depend on it for important work. Here's something else that's really powerful. You can connect Opal to all your Google Workspace tools: Gmail, Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Drive, Calendar, everything. This means you can build automations that touch every part of your business. Like imagine this workflow for the AI Profit Boardroom. Check Gmail for new member questions, pull the questions into a Google Sheet, research answers using web search, write detailed responses in Google Docs, schedule follow-up emails in Gmail, update the member database in Sheets. That entire workflow runs automatically. You just check the results and make sure everything looks good. And here's the thing that makes this different from other AI tools. Most AI tools just give you information. You ask a question, you get an answer, and then you have to go do something with that answer. Opal actually does the work. It takes action. It creates documents, sends emails, updates spreadsheets, searches the web, processes data. It's like having a virtual assistant that never sleeps and works at computer speed. Now, you might be thinking, okay, this sounds great, but is it actually reliable? Can I trust it to do important work? Here's my honest take. For most business tasks, yes, it's really good, but you should always review what it creates before you use it or send it to clients. Think of it like having a really talented intern. They do great work, but you check it before it goes out. That's the smart way to use this. Automate the heavy lifting, but keep human oversight on the final output. Let me give you a 30-day plan to actually implement this. Day 1, audit all the repetitive tasks you do in your business. What takes up the most time? Day 7, build your first 3 gems for the top 3 time wasters. Day 14, test them and refine them based on results. Day 30, you should have at least 5 to 10 gems running that save you multiple hours every week. This isn't theory. This is how you actually get results. And before we wrap up, let me give you the resources you need. Go to gemini.google.com to access Opal. If you want the advanced editing features, go to opal.google. There are tons of tutorial videos on YouTube if you search for Google Opal tutorial. And if you want ready-made prompts and real business examples, there are communities sharing these on Reddit and Twitter. I'll drop some links in the description. Here's my final thought on this. AI tools like Google Opal are changing how we work. You can either ignore them and keep doing everything manually, or you can learn how to use them and get way more done in way less time. The businesses that figure this out now are going to have a massive advantage over everyone else. So don't wait, set this up today, build your first gem, see what it can do, and then start thinking about all the ways you can automate your business. And if you want the full process, SOPs, and over 100 AI use cases like this one, join the AI Success Lab. It's a free AI community. Links are in the comments and description. You'll get all the video notes from there, plus access to our community of 40,000 members who are crushing it with AI, real people getting real results, no fluff, just what actually works. All right, that's it for today. Try Google Opal, build something cool, and comment below what automation you're going to build first. Julian reads every single comment, so let him know what you want to see next. I'll see you in the next one.